I'm gonna show you how to get from this to this. A fully nested Summit Viper tree stand, high enough on the shoulders to where when you're walking, you're not hitting the stirrups, and secure enough to where when you're trudging through the woods, it's not making any loud clankings. It took me a long time to figure out, but I finally did it, and I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. I'm not the smartest hunter in the woods, but I've worked really hard, and I've been using this tree stand for a couple years now, and I've always found it difficult to completely secure it the way I want to in a fast, effective manner to where I'm not clinking in the woods and it's not kicking. My feet, my legs aren't, my calves aren't kicking the stirrups as I'm walking, and also just to make it comfortable. And I've watched all the videos, I've watched the Summit videos, and it's always, first off, multiple different ways to do it. And second off, it doesn't really make sense. I finally watched one on YouTube where a guy did something I liked, and that was using the base of the seat as the backrest, not the backrest when it's fully nested. And I'll explain what that means as I go through it. So quickly, just gonna break it down, show you how to do it step by step. All you're gonna need is the string that connects the two parts and then an additional strap to secure it even tighter. So first, you're gonna take the base, fully rung up on both settings, on both parts. Just gonna slide it through right here. Now on the back side, that's gonna be tight. Those rungs are gonna be tight. On the front side, it's gonna be secure, but when you let go, it's loose. The first thing I like to do is make sure that's tight. So you're gonna lift it up a little bit from the back to make sure these are parallel to each other, and you're gonna take the first string or whatever clamp you wanna use, bungee cord, anything works, and you're going to secure those two rungs together. Again, you want this as tight as you can go because this is what makes a lot of the noise when you start walking through the woods. And now I'm just gonna do a classic tennis shoe knot because it's easy to untie when I'm in the woods and I don't want it to be difficult, especially when it's cold. So just do the double loop, boom. Now that's pretty secure already, but we're gonna do more steps to make it even more secure. This is what was very tricky for me, is to try to figure out how I want the seat. Where do I want the seat to be when I'm nesting it? And first off, when it comes to the actual back straps, right? I initially had it here and here, and that sat too low on my back. So now I've moved the bottom hooks to the bottom rung on the base part of the climber. So the last rung. So I moved it to the bottom rung here, right? And then I moved it even to the second to last rung here. That way it sits higher on my back to when I'm walking through the woods, it's easier to navigate terrain, get over stumps and whatever else I'm walking through. And when I'm climbing up hills, my feet aren't kicking this, right? That was what was very frustrating. Now when you do that, you take the back part of the seat, okay? You feed it through the bottom right here, and then you come back through around, and you feed it through the foot bungee, okay? Now it's all the way rested up here, and you're gonna take these two bungees and you're gonna wrap it around again, and this is gonna again add another layer of security to the top part. You're gonna reach it down as far as you can go. Let me go right there, boom. Now another layer of security, okay? What's gonna be confusing to you is, well, where's my backrest? It's gonna hurt on my back. Well, this part of the base just sits up, okay? Just like that. Then it's like, well, how do I get the straps on? The straps simply just come around like this. It doesn't necessarily look like it makes sense because they're on the inside of the strap here, but that's just how you carry it. You carry it like that. This is a lot more comfortable and it's secure. Now the last piece to make sure it's even tighter is just gonna grab a regular strap. You can have a ratchet strap, whatever you want, but the key is to make sure you go through these rungs right here. This is where the metal is welded together on the corners. Come through under the back strap, obviously, around, through again, and wrap around both sides. Around, through again. This one comes on the outside. Okay. I'm just gonna tighten this down as far as you can go to make it as secure as possible. Boom. And that's it. Now, when you're putting it on, just loosen these suckers all the way out so it's easier to find when you're doing it and you're not reaching behind your back like an imbecile, like I often do. One at a time. Boom, make sure you're straight. Reaching around. Still. Pop it up over. Strap it down. And voila, you're done. It is high up on your back. You're not going to be kicking it as much, if at all. And it's comfortable because that rest, that seat is against your back here. This is the best way that I've found to nest my Summit Viper Tree Climber. Fully nested, no clanking around, and you can carry your book bag right here, or you can put it nested again in the back, in between right here. That's it. If you have any other questions, let me know. Hope you don't. Hope I never have any questions again. I'm making this video also for myself to look back on when I forget, because again, I'm not the smartest hunter.